I'm often asked about why I chose to stick in my professional world during the process of trying to recover from an eating disorder, and why I didn't perhaps take an alternative option of pulling away from my career and just choosing to fully restore with no other distractions. Now, what I would say as a kind of caveat to where I'm going with this is that actually it's something that's so personal, and only you can make the decision as to what is right for you. For me, I decided my personality was such and my personal circumstances was such that actually it was pretty vital that I allowed myself to have something that I could remain really focused in, and I could just continue to feel validated. And for me, a lot of that is about work. As it happens, I don't have the kind of personal world that's keeping me distracted as a wife and a mother. So just being able to wear my more professional hat at times, if you like, put the mask on, but it stopped me just living in the identity of my eating disorder. So that's why it felt so important to me. And there are things that I've had to do to make sure that in the busyness of professional life, I do remember that I am not fully, sort of fully charged and able to run around at a zillion miles an hour without recognition of the fact that I'm still trying to conquer an eating disorder. So one of these things is, you will see, I always have a good cup of something on the go. I have a snack pot on the go, and I know that I have to challenge myself all the time not to just be distracted. So my world is very much kind of desk-based with computer work, which could come in all the time. For me, I have to remind myself all the time that there is no excuse not to stop and to eat something, to drink something nutritious, to maintain my health journey, whilst also wanting to be a professional and see some validation through the work that I deliver. Now, this isn't always going to be a suitable opportunity for everyone that is in recovery. For some people, it will be the better thing to say, no, actually, I really need some time out. I need some rest, some recovery, need to find a support crew, need to perhaps go back home, need to chat to my partner about taking some time out. I need to tell my employer that this just isn't the right time for me. Whatever that might be. And let's remember that employers are far more engaged and supportive than they ever were. So more often than not, you're going to find really understanding professional environments that will get that you're taking time out for your own well-being, and that this is an important pathway that you're on. As I say, it's such a personal choice. Do you get better quicker if you just choose to put work on hold? Who's to say? I didn't choose that. I, as I say, chose to maintain my work, and I do think there's been some benefits to it, and I do think it's allowed me to disassociate with the personality that is me with the eating disorder, while also knowing that actually there's a reason that I need to keep recharging my brain, and therefore have to keep consuming the calories and keeping the nutritional rehabilitation going. Otherwise, I can't fulfill my clients' needs in the way that I am very successfully able to do. I would certainly know if I wasn't able to deliver to that level, that actually then I was no longer looking after my recovery as well as I ought to be. So there certainly are two sides to that argument. I'd be really interested to hear what other people's experiences have been around trying to maintain careers during an eating disorders battle, particularly if you've maybe had to step aside and go inpatient for a while and then you've come back into the workplace, and what your experiences have been. By all means, send me any questions as to how I've negotiated my own recovery. As I say, my own journey is different to some people in that also I have the luxury of being self-employed to make that decision. But not the case for all people. But there are some phenomenal HR managers out there and employee engagement officers who really do care about staff well-being. So I think if you're even slightly concerned that perhaps you need to step away from work for a while, there are all too many employers who will say, yes, do that. Take the time out for your well-being, because you will function so much better when you are fully restored. Good luck with that, and let me know your own experiences.